Black Wealth. Yes. Welcome to the Black on Black Wealth podcast, where we have interesting and exciting conversations with people from around Chicago and around the world. I am your man's Greasy Too Smooth, and today I am joined by floral artist and entrepreneur extraordinaire, owner and operator of The Florist and the Flower on Chicago's South Side, Fallon The Florist.
Good
What's
afternoon.
Good
Thanks for having
afternoon.
me.
Good afternoon. How you doing today? How you feeling, man?
I'm feeling super nervous, so you
Yeah.
guys do not comment anything negative, okay?
Yeah. Hey, listen, man. We gonna have a good discussion today, man. Listen, but we gonna talk, and they just gonna listen.
Okay,
So
perfect.
don't even worry about them. Me and
Okay,
you, we gonna chop it up like we never met each other before. That's
perfect.
kind of how we do it on
Perfect.
the podcast. So, as they know, I decided to put together a platform to showcase local entrepreneurs and black-owned businesses and different things like that. And you and I have had the pleasure of you being my client,
Yes.
and us doing a little business together. And
Yes.
it's been a vibe, man. Like I gotta say, because nobody they don't know,
Hmm.
but from you getting your tattoo all the way to finding out about your shop and all these different things, like you're a dope individual, man. So
Thank you. I appreciate that. And I think you're super dope too, and everything that you're doing is simply amazing. So thank you for even considering me to be on this podcast. That
word,
means a lot.
word, that's what's up, man. Well, you just like me, you always passing the accolades. Another thing to make you dope. But I want to get right into this interview because I want the people to learn about your business and what you got going on, and make sure they're able to stop by and check you out sometime.
Okay.
So we're gonna start with our first question, which is just basically tell me a little bit about your business. What is the florist and the flower?
Okay. So I want to start off because I always get, how did you get this name?
Mm-hmm.
So the name of the company, as you guys know, is the Florist and the Flower. And so I am a big faith believer.
Mm-hmm.
So the Bible says that it takes the faith of a mustard seed. So for me, I became a florist based on one flower. So that's how we got the florist and the flower. I
Okay.
always get, why is it not flowers? Because it took literally one flower in order for me to become this individual and be in this place and time at this moment.
I
So
like that.
that's one aspect of the name and how we
Mhm.
became the florist and the flower.
Okay, I like that, man. I like that faith-based community. That's what's up all the time, man. So you are located in Chicago,
Yes.
right? What types of floral arrangements and designs and different things are you available for? What do you do? What does the business consist of?
So our business consists of flowers,
Right.
flower education,
Okay.
and then we also have this other snippet of placement and movement that we're creating and that we're actually in within the community. And
Okay.
I'll get back to that soon. I want to answer your first question.
Okay.
So we specialize in funeral flowers. We have done a few weddings, which were absolutely gorgeous.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but more so funeral flowers, working with families in need.
Mm-hmm.
And even when it comes to the aspect of the funeral flowers, we donate flowers once a month to families who had unexpected losses,
Mm-hmm.
who weren't prepared financially.
Mm-hmm.
Flowers can cost a ton of money
Right.
at any time, but especially during a funeral. So we donate once a month um, to a family,
Mm-hmm.
uh, and that's how we give back to the community.
That's awesome, man. So you just starting the business off and you already giving back. You making that a point to give back. I like that.
You know what? So many people given to me, so I
Mm-hmm.
always just try to give back.
That's what's up. I love that, man. So I was thinking about the other day when I was thinking about the business, I was like, we always send flowers to funerals, right?
Hmm.
But in the event that I was blessed to be a part of, I was noticing the flowers and how people enjoyed arranging them and just looking at them and how beautiful the bouquets came out. And I was thinking, you should start something new. We should start sending flowers to weddings too, right? Because when you get married, if you get married, I send you a beautiful flower
Hmm.
arrangement. I think it should have the same emphasis. Like I don't know, that's something I was thinking about. What do you think about that?
So I think that's a great idea,
Hmm.
and we can check that out
Yeah.
and
Okay.
and make it happen. There is this I can't think of the name of it right now, but I'll give it to you
Mhm.
later. I follow this black florist. He's a man,
Okay.
and they give flowers to men. So it's like
Mhm.
a give flower to men Monday or something like that. But it's super
Mhm.
dope, and I'm like, wow, you're absolutely right.
Mhm.
We are always giving flowers at funerals,
Mhm.
but why not give them while they're alive? And a wedding
Mhm.
would be a perfect opportunity because it's so much happiness and love at a
Yeah.
wedding.
Word.
So I think that's a great idea.
Word. What about because I was thinking about the business.
Okay, let me get
You
some
know.
pen and paper so
And
I can
so
start
listen,
writing this
so y'all
down.
don't know, but when we talk, we chop it up. We always talking business and expanding and different things. So
hmm
I was thinking about too the corsage space. Are you moving into the corsage space
So
at all?
yes,
Okay.
so we do corsages, we do boutonnieres. I
Okay.
actually had a call today,
Hmm.
and they needed some corsages, but they didn't want to pay the money for.
Yeah. Okay.
But no, we do it. I've actually taught my stepdaughter
Mhm.
how to create the corsages and the
Yeah.
boutonnieres, and
Okay.
she has killed it. So she's
Yeah.
really really good at it.
That's what's up, man. That's what's up, man. It's exciting, man. So tell them a little bit about because they don't know.
Okay.
You have an event
Okay.
it's a recurring event
Yes.
where you teach people how to create bouquets,
Yes.
the blossoms and bottlenecks,
Yes.
right? Hosted by the florist and the flower.
Yes.
So tell the people a little bit about that because that was my first time participating in something like that, and it was amazing. I really enjoyed being a part of it. So break it down for them.
Okay, so Blossoms and Bottlenecks started. I saw someone online create a flower bouquet from wine bottles. And after I saw her do it, I started to research it a little more, and I saw so many other people do it, and they had all these different techniques. And I'm like, man, in Chicago, I haven't seen that yet.
Mm-hmm.
So I've had your wine a few times, especially doing the sessions with the tattoo, and I'm like, okay, I would love to collaborate with a local artist that looks like me, um, and bring awareness to his or her brand. And I was like, oh man, we can bring this to Chicago. We can make it happen. I know a curator,
Black on black wealth. That's
black
what you're
on
doing.
black
That's how
wealth.
you live in your life,
Yes,
baby.
yes. And so we decided to collaborate and do the blossoms and bottlenecks. Basically, um, it's a classroom of 12 people. Everyone has the same exact flowers. And the way I explain it is that no matter if me and you have the same flowers,
Mhm.
we both have a box of crayons.
A
And
different
no matter
vision, right?
yes, and no matter what's in that box of crayons, we come up with our own creative style.
Right.
So even though we had 12 people with 12 of the same exact flowers, every one of them turned out different because I believe that we all are creators at heart. We were created by the creator, and within that, he's given us the option to create. So I just think of it as a box of crayons.
I can dig that. I
Yeah.
can dig that. That's what's up, man. Well, I love the event. Uh, it went really well. I know you
Thank
got
you.
another one coming up soon, right?
Yes. Yes.
You guys look out for it. Check her out. Google her.
Yes, I'm on
Google,
Google.
yes,
Oh,
Google her.
yes.
Florist
Google
and the
me.
Flower, Chicago, right? Or just ask about the florist and the flower. We got to put it
Yes.
out there, man. We got to get the name out there.
Yes.
She's definitely doing her thing, man. So let me ask you this. So this is another question that I always ask, and I would imagine that the flower business is pretty chill, but dealing with like funerals and weddings and different
Mhm.
people, and like with me being an artist, I found that people often underestimate the value of art
Yes.
because unfortunately in our community, people aren't really collecting art. I
Yes.
would imagine the same kind of goes with flowers, right?
So, I want to agree and also disagree.
Okay.
Um, I've come across a lot of people in our community that loves flowers.
Okay.
And they love the beauty of the flowers. Um, the part that I agree with you on is that they don't understand the value of flowers.
Right.
So many people are used to, oh, the carnation or the
Mm-hmm.
rose or the
Yeah.
leather leaf. But when we talk about flowers,
Mm-hmm.
it's such a vast.
Give me one of those names because you were naming some stuff at the event, and I was like, "Who the hell is naming these flowers?" You told Chris like, Hand me the Philippolis carnivorous. Like what?
Yes, and Chris has been doing amazing because he's like, when he asked me for a screwdriver, I'm like flathead or I don't know
Yeah.
which one, but he's getting it. So shout out
Word,
to Chris.
word. That's what's up, man.
So we already know you got your carnations, you
Hmm.
got your lilies,
Okay.
you got I don't know, sunflowers. You want me to name something
What's
crazy?
your favorite flower?
My favorite flower is the sunflower.
It's the sunflower.
Yes, I
Okay.
have a few
Okay.
on my arm. I just think they're totally beautiful. And this
Hmm.
summer, I actually grew sunflowers that were about 15 feet high.
They grow big. Yeah.
Yes,
I
all
got.
grew from a seed.
I've got a neighbor that has sunflowers, and they take over the sidewalk.
Hmm.
Yeah, that's what's up,
But
man.
there's so many different flowers. You got Portea Kings, and
Hmm.
I can't even start.
Okay.
But the colors and the names and them just in general um, are are beautiful. You got spray roses, garden roses, regular roses. So
Yeah.
it's just so many different options.
Okay. Okay. Cool. You know your stuff, man. That's what's up.
I
Yeah.
try.
Yeah. That's what's up. What's up? So has anything crazy ever happened at work? Any?
Yes,
Yeah.
a few things have happened, and you know I try to be a peacekeeper, but I was bothered by I
Hmm.
was bothered by one more than the other,
Okay.
especially since we're talking about black on black wealth.
Right.
And I'm not trying to bash
Don't
anybody.
name no
Oh,
names.
I'm
Don't
definitely
name
not
names.
gonna name any
But
names.
we know how our people can
We
get.
do. The craziest thing I've had, my shop is in Beverly,
Hmm.
and we know that nearby is Mount Greenwood.
Right.
I was outside working on the outside of a shop, and I had a white female walk by,
Hmm.
and she said, "You niggas need to go back to your own side of town."
Oh no,
Yes, and I was like,
man!
"Oh my god!"
In
In
2023, we
2023.
people still I just call it silly, man.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't even take offense to it no more because you know as much as as all Americans have contributed
Mm-hmm.
to America, when someone speaks like that, it just exudes ignorance.
It
Yeah,
does, but I think I was just kind of shocked because it's 2023. Like,
yeah,
are we serious? Um, but hey, it is what it is.
yeah. I can dig it. Well, I'm sorry you experienced that, but
It's
I'm
okay.
also so happy that your business is growing
Thank you.
and that you just shook it off and kept it moving,
Yes.
and that great things are gonna come from your perseverance and
Yes.
not even worrying about that. So let me see. My next question here is tell us something that you like about your job. You ever just been working with the flowers and doing something and you just like, I really love this part of the business.
So when I tell you I love every aspect of it,
Mhm.
when I create something and I look at it. So like right now I'm envisioning something that I created and I'm just I'm just this is nothing compared to some
Yeah,
of the stuff like I've
yeah,
created. And it's
right.
just like, oh my God, this entire time I had this within me and I didn't
Mhm.
even know it existed. And now to see it is so crazy because I think of stuff and I talk to Chris. Chris is
Mhm.
my partner.
Shout out to
And
Chris.
and so I'm thinking of something and I'm like, babe, this is how I want it. This is
Mhm.
how I see it. And at times he takes my vision and he builds on it. So some of the creations that we create, we actually have to build them out first and
Mhm.
then create on top of it.
Okay.
And you can see some of that on my social media.
So you are like a floral engineer, a
Yes.
team of floral engineers.
Yes.
That's what's up.
Yes.
Yeah.
And so just to see some of them come to life, it's
Mhm.
like, oh
Did that.
my God, I created that. Yes.
Yeah, that is awesome, man. Being an artist, I know how that feels.
Mhm.
It feels wonderful. I'm glad you're able to enjoy that part of your business
Mhm.
because a lot of times with jobs and work, we get into this repetitive, nonsense, and
Yes.
it kind of takes away from our light or our energy, if you
Mhm.
will. So, like you say, we're creators. We created by the creator.
Mhm.
I think that, and it's just my opinion because I'm from a faith-based community as well. But I feel like creating is the closest thing you can do to be closer to the higher power,
Mm.
right? Because the book started with the creation.
Yes.
We all speak of how we're created in his image.
Yes.
So it's like for you to have the ability to create what we create as humans, that's the only thing that separates us from all of the rest of the animals on the earth.
I totally agree with you. I
Yeah.
totally agree with you. And it always puts chills on my body because I'm just like, so you heard me tell this story. So if can I tell it again?
Yeah, tell it again.
So at one point in my life, because I just started doing flowers less than 2 years ago. And I always felt that it was something deeper inside of me that I was supposed to be doing. I just wasn't sure what it was supposed to be. So I used to pray and pray and pray, hey, God, show me my purpose. What am I supposed to be doing? And so my daughter was having a birthday party, and we wanted to hire someone to come in and do her floral arrangements. And my mom was like, yeah, no. And so I went to the store and I brought some stuff back, and it looked beautiful. And from that moment forward, people was saying, hey, Fallon, can you create this for me? Or can you do that for me? And they started offering me money. So I it's just crazy. Like I believe that if you pray for it, God will definitely show you what it is that you're supposed to be doing if your eyes are open and you're ready to receive it. So I swear, the Creator created me to create, and I have my box of crayons.
I like that.
Yeah,
You need to put that on the shirt.
I forgot what I just
The
said.
Creator created me to create.
Oh,
I like it. You got to put it on the shirt.
yes,
Man.
I like
You got
that.
you got to add some merchandise to the
Yes,
spread.
yes,
I love
yes.
that, man. That's awesome, man. I always tell people because I see people, I'm chasing the bag, and I tell them, you're not successful until the money is chasing you, until the
Yes.
money is calling your phone. So it's really a blessing that you started out with the money coming after you, and you said you had an aha moment, huh?
Yeah.
Let me get this money and do something I love.
Yes.
Yeah, that's awesome, man. I love to hear it, man. So let me ask you. My next question is: is there anything that you don't like about the job?
So one of the saddest moments that I have, and I have it quite often, um, is when mothers come to me to bury their kids. Um, as a mother, I can never imagine that. And to see a mother going through something, and I'm sitting there and I'm like, it makes me uncomfortable. Well,
Right.
what kind of flowers are you looking for, or what colors? I always feel like, oh my gosh, I hate that part of the job, like with a passion. Um, but even though I hate that part of the job, those mothers and those families, even though it's such a sad moment, those flowers bring so much joy to them. And they hug me. Hey, Fallon, we love this. Thank you. You just lifted my spirit. So flowers do have, and studies show this. They do something to our brain, and they switch, and the endorphins kick in, and it changes our mood. And so, yeah.
Okay, okay.
So that's one part that I hate about the job.
I can dig.
Yeah.
I hate that part about my job too, man. Like when somebody comes and they want like a portrait of a loved one, it's kind of like and they're telling you about the loved one. It's like
Yeah.
it's rough, man. But the good thing about what you do and what I do is that I feel like when we do a good job, we
Yeah.
kind of ease the burden of that grief, and we kind of make it a little easier for them to bear it. You know what I'm saying?
You know what? And maybe this may be weird to some people. There has been times where I was creating a funeral and I was crying while I was creating that piece because
Talk about that empathic energy.
I,
Talk about
you know what?
it.
Mine is too. I think I have to learn how to separate the two.
Right.
Anything that I create, I always create it with love. Even if I don't know you, I create it with love.
Right.
And I think that's why I dove into the funeral aspect of it too, because it's such a hard time for people.
Yeah.
But it's hard.
Yeah.
So
You got to protect your energy.
you have to protect your
Yeah.
energy. You
Yeah.
have to protect your energy. So I'm still learning
Right.
how to separate the two. But I don't know if that's something I'll ever be able to do 100%.
Right.
So
Well, I mean, master it the best you can and keep moving.
yeah.
Just don't stop making the flowers because we need the flowers. We need
Okay.
the beautiful arrangements out
Okay.
here. Yeah. having seen it up close and personal, it's just so dope, man. I can't
Thank
say it
you.
enough. I love it, man. So let me ask you, 5 years from now,
Okay.
the florist and the flower,
Okay.
big lights,
Okay.
Michigan Avenue, 50 locations, or you just like you got one region on lock? What do you see for yourself and your business in 5 years?
So I actually did envision this.
Mm-hmm.
Um, my goal is to I forgot the word. I want to get the florist and the flower branded,
Okay.
so that this name cannot be used
Right.
because it's so close to my heart.
Okay.
I did envision having 4 locations,
Okay.
one on the north side, one on the south side, one on the east and the west, and I feel like I'm touching each community.
Right.
My goal, and this is a goal that's actually taking place right now. So
Mm.
in 2024, I should actually be walking in it.
Okay.
To work with inner city youth,
Yeah.
to bring awareness towards mental health, because so many people, especially children,
Mm-hmm.
they're dealing with issues that aren't resolved and aren't being talked about.
Right.
And so, through floral creativity, I believe that we can open up a doorway
Mm-hmm.
to have that conversation, but have that conversation in a safe space so that they won't feel that they're being judged or criticized based on their feelings. Because we
Right.
have to remember that children
Mm-hmm.
are just young adults.
Right.
And so, if we can reach them now in regards to how to control their anger or actually how to communicate properly,
Right.
um, but also teach them a trade that maybe one day they can take, um, and can put them in a different space financially,
Mm-hmm.
um, I think that right now would be a good time to start. So, we will be partnering with
Mm-hmm.
schools in 2024. So that has already
Cool.
happened now, but
Okay.
in 2024,
Mm-hmm.
everything should be completed. We should be
Yeah.
inside of the schools,
Yeah.
providing education
Mm-hmm.
with florals, but also reaching on teaching on mental health.
That is
That's my
awesome,
other
man.
passion, mental health.
That is awesome,
Yeah.
man. You are heavily giving back with the business, man.
Thank
I
you.
love it. I know it's gonna be abundant just based
Thank
off
you.
of your vision and your passion and all of the dope things that you're incorporating into it. It's not just let me get a handful of flowers.
Yeah, it's not.
It's so much more to
Yeah,
it.
it
Yeah,
is.
that's amazing, man. That's amazing. So you're in these schools. You
Mm-hmm.
got your 4 locations. Everything is going great. Tell me the first thing you're gonna do when you check that account and you got $1 million in there, because it's coming.
So
It's coming. I know it's
I'm
coming.
receiving it. Yes,
You
we're
got
gonna
that. You
speak
got that
that.
big M in there. It's like,
So I was gonna say quit my job,
okay,
but I'm gonna quit way before then.
okay,
And I'm just gonna believe God that He's gonna do it.
okay.
So when I get my first 1 milli, um, I think I'm going to. Ooh, okay, I think that's a good idea. So a few years ago, I tried to purchase some property
Mm-hmm.
on the south side through the Cook County Land Bank,
Okay.
and they rejected my offer.
Mm-hmm.
And so the goal was to purchase this piece of land to create a garden where we grow food,
Mm-hmm.
but it was towards mental health.
Okay.
And so I think once I get my 1 million, I would like to actually go back to that first ideal that I had of having that land,
Mm-hmm.
where we sit in circles and we have outdoor one-on-one
Mm-hmm.
sessions with counselors and so forth,
Yeah.
and probably do like some family therapy or group therapy,
Mm-hmm.
um, while we plant and grow our own food.
Love it.
Yeah, I think that's what I'm going to do.
You are originator in this floral space, man. You like a
Don't gas me up,
I
dude.
just got to keep it 100 with you, man. Who do you know that's got all of these ideas and ambitions that they just built around? We're going to help the kids. We're
Mhm.
going to grow some food. We're going to make sure these people got beautiful flowers for all the events.
Mhm.
We're going to bring back flowers at weddings and flowers at graduations. And, you know, the, our hood, our community, we love making up holidays, right?
Yeah.
You need flowers for the gender reveal, right? Stop
Hey,
shooting all this smoke in the
you
air
definitely need
and
flowers for the gender
yeah,
reveal.
and balloons and all of that.
Yeah,
You get your blue spray, get your pink spray, and then we reveal. Yeah, man.
we
That's
can definitely do that.
yeah,
Hey, that would be super dope,
man.
right? If we can spray a flower at the gender reveal,
Mm-hmm.
and then afterwards we can like do something, and the spray can like change colors
Word.
and reveal the baby.
Chris, you taking notes over there? We brainstorming, man. We getting busy. Hey,
That would
Chris
be
is
super
our
dope.
studio audience, man. He is the man. He is the business partner. I'm gonna have to bring him back and talk to him too, cause he's got a mind too, man. We talk business around here. We talk money and
Yes.
making things happen, man. Yeah. Well, listen, man, Fallon, it is always a pleasure chopping it up with you.
Thank you.
You know that. We will be back to see you guys real soon with some new and exciting guests and dialogue and touching bases on what's happening in Chicago and around the world. You can check me out at Black on Black Wealth on TikTok, YouTube, and Facebook, and Black on Black Wealth 1 on Instagram. And you can find Fallon The Florist at.
You can find me at Instagram and TikTok, and I actually have a YouTube page, but only posted one video.
Okay. Okay.
And my at sign is at the florist and lowercase the flower. So at the florist and the flower, and it's the same name on TikTok and on YouTube.
Word, the florist and the flower.
Mm-hmm.
And if you don't see it on her page, you'll see it on my page because I big up the business all the time.
Yes.
We all we got and we got to stick together, man. So again, it was a pleasure having you, man.
Thank you so much for this opportunity. Like seriously,
Yeah, nah, man.
for real, for real.
We listen. You always big up at me, and I'm always big up at you, and I appreciate you
Mm-hmm.
having me come in and be a part of the business.
Thank
I
you.
wanted to apologize too because I was looking at the pictures and I was terribly underdressed. I had on like my tie dye, my hoodie, and I was like, I
But
didn't.
you was representing Black on Black wealth.
I know, but I didn't know I was gonna have like a role in it. I would have put on like a shirt with some buttons and maybe some slacks. 'Cause
No, you
had
look
some,
great.
You had some sophisticated individuals in there.
Thank you.
It was a vibe.
Yeah, it definitely was a vibe. So you guys stay tuned because we will be doing classes, and Greasy is actually our distributor for our wine. So we made that official. So when we have our events, you will see.
Like feather wine, you see me steady pubbing.
Yes, it's good. It gets you where you need to go.
Get you where you need to go, man.
Yes.
Hey, well, thank you for joining us, man. And y'all remember, we need Black on Black Wealth from coast to coast like butter on toast. We will be back to see you soon. Thank y'all for tuning in, and peace.